Hello, welcome to Jennifer's Magical Book Club. Today I'm here to read a novel which is called Paperboy. I'm going to continue from page 134. So I'm going to start. Ma'am groaned and turned over in bed. She usually never made much noise, but she was still having trouble breathing out of her busted nose. I reached over in my desk drawer and pulled out my billfold that held Mr. Sparrow's 3 pieces of $1. Ma'am moved again. If you're awake, can we talk? Morning, little man. The way Ma'am said little man always made me feel good. It was a good way to start the day. Why do you think these 3 words go together? Student, servant, seller. Ma'am took a while to answer. She always tried to give me her best answer, even though I could come up with some strange questions. I reckon each can be a person. What else? They all start with the same sound. There's another word that goes with them. I'll find it out Friday. Who are you finding all this out from? Ma'am was already out of bed. She could go from sleeping to wide awake faster than anybody. It wasn't time to tell Ma'am. It wasn't time to tell Ma'am about Mr. Sparrow. I had to sort things out a little more before I shared my new friend with her. Friend in my head. Ma'am knew that I meant that I wasn't ready to talk about it. When Mr. Rat coming home, this Saturday, when I collect Friday night, I'm done. You worked right hard on Mr. Rat's route. I'm proud of you. I looked at Mr. Sparrow's 3 special words again. When I got the 4th word, I was going to cellophane tape all the pieces together and have a full dollar bill. I would always keep it in my billfold and never spend it because I knew the words were somehow more important than money. A plain dollar would buy a malted milk and a Baby Ruth at the drugstore. Mr. Sparrow's dollar bill was meant for something more important. Ma'am went to my parents' bathroom to put on her Sunday clothes even though she wasn't going to morning church. Ma'am would never take me to her church on Sunday mornings because she said that was when the preacher talked to the grown-ups. But we would go to the singing part that night. My parents took me to church sometimes, but the people never seemed to be having as much fun as they did in Ma'am's church. When I came down for breakfast, Ma'am had on her black dress with a white collar under her apron. Her lips and eye were looking better, but her puffy nose still made a whistling noise when she breathed. Make us toast, little man, whilst I finish the bacon and eggs. Do you want it cut? You knows we do. My job was always to toast because I like to butter it after it came out of the toaster and then cut it on the biaz like Ma'am had taught me. Biaz was a word I thought a lot about but had never been able to say, even with the truckload of gentle air. Biaz has only 4 letters, but my dictionary says it has 5 different meanings. If you get right down to it, talking is more complicated than people think. One little word can mean 5 different things. Once, I filled up a whole page of notebook paper by typing biaz because I liked it so much. When I showed the piece of paper to Red, he said I was losing my marbles. Ma'am and I were soaping the last of our bacon and eggs when she said she hadn't seen my newspaper bags inside the back door where I usually left them. Sorry. I got that heavy feeling and bad spaghetti taste in my mouth again. I tried hard not to act out of sorts, but Ma'am knew something wasn't right with me. I had put down the bags in the alley the day before when I was trying to find something to poke into Arati's shed door. Left them under some hedges, maybe. I could tell Ma'am knew I wasn't telling the whole truth, but she let me get away with it. Need to retrieve them pronto. I tried to walk out the back door and down the back drive like everything was honky-dory, but when I got to the street, I took off running like I was stealing second. So I'm done till reading till page 136. I hope you enjoyed and please come back and have a nice day. Bye.